Hey everybody, my name is Chris. I'm the founder of Luki Bike Adventures, and I am here not working on a bike just yet. Right now, I'm working on a pump sprayer, and so I really like this for cleaning bikes. And this one's the Home Depot brand. I want to say it was $28. However, it stopped working. And here, I'll try to show you. So what you're supposed to do is got this valve here that lets you release the air, and this nice handle here, and so pump it up. But you hear that? I'm not getting much of a spray, and it seems like if I keep my hand on here and hold it down, the pressure stays, and I've got water coming out. But when I let go of that handle, the air just comes out of it, and I lose all my pressure, and it doesn't work anymore. And I've been playing around with it, and it seems like the air is coming out the top. Now, what I suspect, and there probably says something in the instruction manual that I did not read, and even if I did, it wouldn't make a difference because I, would have forgotten. But I suspect I pumped this thing up full pressure, maybe washed the bike a little bit, or forgot to change my mind, whatever, got distracted, never washed it at all, and I walked away and left it for days, maybe weeks, pressurized. And I'm guessing having that much pressure long term damaged the seals, and so now it's not holding air. So that's what I'm guessing happened. So unfortunately, I had to waste money and buy another one, because I really do like using this thing to wash bikes. I feel like it just makes it easy. It's also fun, almost kind of therapeutic, because you want to, rinsing the bike, I think, helps really get a lot of the mud and junk off, but you don't want to use something like a power sprayer or or a power washer, because that's going to just blast water into places like bearings and into seals and could potentially damage them and blast grease off, and we don't want that. But that does, I feel like, and it's got a few different nozzles, so I found a nozzle that I think really does a nice job of spraying with just enough pressure to kind of rinse things off, but not so much that I'm worried about it, causing any kind of damage like that. So let's break into this bad boy. There's the manual that I didn't read, and I'd be willing to bet that it does say something like, make sure you decompress before storing. I'm willing to bet it says that. Warning. Oh, okay, I don't know. That's talking about being careful. I don't, Oh, it says at least once per season the O-rings in the pump should be cleaned and lubricated with petroleum jelly. I wonder if some petroleum jelly would fix that. I mean, I hadn't used it that much, but I wonder if that would be a solution. Well, at any rate, I'll skim that maybe a little bit more later. Here's the different nozzles that it comes with. So you have different options there. Here's the hose, and you got your wand that screws on here like so. I'm going to turn that so it's facing in a reasonable direction from my hand. Let's see if I hold it. Yeah, hold it that way. I want the nozzle downward, I guess. And, this is plastic. It's just plastic thread. So I'm just going to tighten that until, you never want to tighten things as much as you can, like as far as it wants to go. Which is right about there. All right. Actually, I'm going to loosen it a little bit to reposition that just ever so slightly. There. I think that's good. And then here's the reservoir. And there's a few different versions of this. And I got the one that you can spray bleach and various chemicals. It does cost more. The main reason why I got it, I don't plan on washing the bikes with bleach, but I bought the other one, the cheaper one first, and I didn't like the sprayer as much. So the handle respray and the seal or the release, I didn't like that as much either. So I felt like this was just a nicer sprayer, and I like the usability of it better. And you know, if for some reason I feel the need to wash bikes with bleach, I have the freedom to do so. Let's take the hose, and there's an opening on the side here, and I'm just gonna stick that in there and tighten that up. And that wasn't even tightening. Wasn't even going on there. I'm just spinning for no reason. Oh, you gotta line it up, I think, a certain way. I think it wants to face a certain... I think that might be it. Or not. Yeah, that looks like it should go on that one. Yeah, now I got it. Get that nice and snug, and airtight. This one's a hard one to grip, I find. Just the angle on it is kind of weird. All right. Now, just unscrew this. And what I like about these guys is they make it easy to fill them, because you got like a built-in funnel here. I actually thought ahead a little bit and got some water so I don't have to do it while I'm recording. And I'm just putting clear hot water in here. I believe there is a do not fill past this line. I don't know where it's at though, so I feel like that's enough. Alright, let me see. Yeah, max fill line is right there, so I'm plenty below that. Okay, so now let's just see how it works. Alright, it's just coming out like that. So now I can pick whichever nozzle I like, and I liked the black one, I guess, is what it looks like I got on there. Right now, there's a brown, a yellow, and a red. I don't remember the spray patterns of them from when I did that one, but the black one makes the nice kind of shower. I don't know how much is off camera here. All right, so let's see how that does. So yeah, that makes like a nice, just a nice gentle spray. It's kind of conical or something, kind of like just like a shower. I think the other one was like a flat one, and which I didn't like as much. And that's basically it. So lesson learned. Oh, sorry if I'm giving you guys motion sickness. When you want to decompress or depressurize, you just pull that, which is nice. And then you can turn this, and you turn it to lock it on, so you can carry it around like that. Turn it so that you can pump. And then you can start cleaning your bike. And yeah, it's just enough. Like, this isn't going to spray off. This isn't going to get into the hubs and bearings and whatnot. But it does a pretty decent job of just getting the bike clean. And there we have it. And then when I'm cleaning the bikes, I'm super basic. And I find that it works really well. This is just dishwater. I just got a tub here with a couple of brushes, and it's just soapy, like you can use Dawn or whatever. I've got some kind of like natural, organic, whatever type. Smells like lemons, but it's just something to cut the grease and the dirt, and that's really all I want to do. It doesn't have to be anything special. Alternatively, you can get yourself some of this stuff, and this is nice. You don't have to soak the bike. You can just spray and wipe. You don't have to rinse it or anything like that. So this is nice. Muck Off also makes a version of it. Looks the same. It's like in the same type of bottle, and it's pink like this. So you have options. But this is just the one that I go with. I think it works really well. And, you know, I think that's it. So next video, I'm going to be telling you about this bike. And there's links below. As always, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, the website. I did make a TikTok. I don't think I posted a single thing on it yet, though. So there's just a lot of social media. There's a lot of stuff to do. But there's lots of ways to find out what we're doing. We're getting really close to, like, it's getting to be crunch time. It's April. May is right around the corner. It's getting warmish, kind of, up and down. It's Michigan. You know, it's a warm one day, cold the next. But we're getting there. So it's going to be starting to be some fun stuff real soon. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video.